Hi friends, it's Terry Stewart, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome to a quick card, gift card for Easter. I wanted to share it with you. It features the Easter friends. I think it's super cute, and I think you will too. Let me turn the camera around so we can get started. And if you get sick, look away because you're going to see the camera move in my big white light. I'm trying something different today. I'm trying to brighten my workspace because it's really dark and dreary here today in Maryland. It's been raining crazy. Woke me up this morning. We had some thunder and just poured rain. Okay, so this is not the card I'm making today, but I wanted to tell you about, I'm having a class, an Easter class next week on, I want to say, you can pick the day, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, and it's a 4-card class, so you make one of each of these 4 cards for Easter. So if you're in need of Easter cards, hit me up. I have just a couple kits. If you can't make it to my house, I'd be happy to sell you the kit. I'm going to put all the information on my blog after this live, so you can check it out then. And as a preview, this is the Easter Friends bunny, and we'll be making a card, the gift card from this. So if you want to make a card or need some Easter cards, hit me up. The mini catalog, that's where this Easter set comes from. It's Easter Friends. It's on page 27. And you can see how cute this bunny is and this little duck. And there are some great sentiments. Not only is there an Easter sentiment, but there's a friend. So you can kind of send this all year round. And here's some samples they have made, and you can just see how cute that little bunny is. So I'm going to bring this back in a moment when we get to my project. Easter Friends, we're using, here's the card, so here it is finally. It's an Easter card, but it holds, when you slide it out, it holds a gift card, and you can put a little sentiment behind there. So for my older children, they like gift cards. And I usually get them a Wawa card because they like the subs there, or they can have gas, get themselves a tank of gas. So I'll be making a few of these. And now that I've shown you the card, this is made with DSP, and that's why I'm going to bring back my catalog, because that DSP is also in this mini catalog. It's from the Heart and Home suite on page 58. And then on page 57, you can actually see all the patterns. And we're using this pattern down here, this Fresh Freesia. And on the reverse of the colored patterns, prints, on the reverse, they all have wood grain with smoky slate, gray. And that is what is peeking out here on the back side, this wood grain. So it's already printed, you don't need to stamp that. So that's an awesome DSP pack, because not only you get florals, but then you get these wood grains. So that's so versatile. Not you think of florals as more of a feminine card, but you can do a lot with that. Those wood grained patterns. All right, so we have somebody else joining. If you want to say hey, be happy to know who's with me today. So this is Thursday at 4, and I'm going to try my best to be back here next Thursday at 4, sharing another little treat package you might need for a last-minute Easter gift. And if I'm not here, somebody please text me and say, Terry, why aren't you live? Because that's my goal, is to be live on Thursdays. All right, so here's our pieces. This is the DSP from that Heart and Home. The Fresh Freesia is on one side, and that wood grain that I told you about is on the other. And this is cut at 4 by 10 1/4, and then we're scored it at 1 inch and 5 inch. And you might, I don't know if you can see it, but I've already done the scoring for you. But check out my blog, stampinghair.blogspot, after this live, and I will have all these measurements. Then you need a piece of white, basic white, and it's cut at 3 1/4 by 6, and then we scored it at 1 inch, and that's what's going to hold our gift card. And then pass a piece of Fresh Freesia, that's a 1/4 sheet of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I just realized I need another. I'm missing one ingredient, so I am going to have to run and go get that, because otherwise we can't stamp the front of our project. Okay, hang tight, I'll be back. Okay, I was successful in finding my missing piece, and it's a stitch rectangle die cut, and this is what the front of our card is going to be. Sorry about that. I had to step away and get that. So let's start with, oh, and this is a little piece. It's 3/8 of an inch by 4, and you can see it's a little scrap. I have a little die cut, but that will be fine, because when we place it here on the front of our card, our die cut will cover that. So let me bring in my smoky slate ink, and I'm going to ink up my bunny. And this bunny, I'm going to enhance him with some a little bit extras. And I'll stamp him right in the middle. So I'm going to use some alcohol stamping blends on him and a black marker. So that's that part. And then for our greeting at the top, I'm going to use this piece and stamp with Memento ink, just to bring a little bit something darker in, and we'll stamp Happy Easter at the top of this. And I'm going to center that. Scoot that over a little bit. Okay, so I can't get my head in there, but it looks about right. And of course, you could always put the other sentiment, my friend, on this if you wanted to do a birthday or a thank you, and then you could write a note in here. But I am going to use the sending warm and happy wishes this spring, and I'm going to put that right in the center where I know the gift card is going to hide it. And then once they lift the gift card, they'll see the sentiment, and I'll write a little note in here. Okay, and that really is all the stamping for this card. And now you can do some of the extras that I talked about. So this bunny is really cute, but we're going to make it even cuter. So the first thing, I'm going to put his nose. I have this Stampin' Blend, and this is part of the All Together collection, and these natural tones. So this one's SU 900. It's a very, very light color, and that's what I'm going to do the nose right here. So cute. Look at that little cute little nose. And I am going to use my black stamp writer. Now this is a water-based marker, and I'm going to use the narrow end and put my glasses on. I'm just going to go over where the lines on the stamp are. Like that. And I want to also go over his eyes and just make them a little darker. So I'm just going around that center white. This is just to emphasize, to give him really beady little eyes, I think. Not that he's demented or anything, but just add a little depth to them. And that's all the stamping writer. Now I'm going to come back with my smoky slate. Now that was the same ink I used, and I'm going to use my alcohol markers, my Stampin' Blends. And again, I'm going to use that pointy end, and I'm just going to go over where the shadow and the stamp is. So I'm just making some lines in the same direction where those shadows are. So I'm just giving a little bit of depth. And I'm not going to do a lot of these, but around his neck, over the side of his face, down here along his body. So you see I'm just kind of lightly following along with the stamped image. And I'm not being very precise, I'm just following what's already there. And I could leave it like that, but I just want to do a little bit more. So now I'm going to come back with the darker one, and I'm going to just go along his paws. And again, this is just to bring a little bit of emphasis out on that. And you can go back with the alcohol markers because they do not pill up. So if I can just use the lighter color to pull some of that darker, kind of fades it, lines it, kind of blends it together is what I'm trying to say. Not very clearly though. Maybe up here. All right, and then the last little touch is my light balmy blue, and I'm going to take my big marker and I'm going to go really quickly, just outline him. And there could be a little bit of white. This is just to give a little bit of shadow, and it's not precise in by any stretch of the imagination. You can see I'm doing it really quickly. I'm not being super careful. I just want to give him a quick outline with this blue. I think it just makes him pop a little bit more off the cardstock, gives him a little bit more depth. And that's it. Very quick. And I think we're ready now to do the rest of our assembling. So I'm going to, oops, what about that? Bring in this piece of DSP, the Fresh Freesia that I've already scored. And I've scored that at 1 inch, and this is the 1 inch. And for this one, I want that wood grain to look. So I'm going to fold that down, and then there's a score at 5 inches. Probably can't see it, but it is here. And bring that down and crisp up that. And this is going to be our card holder. Now, Angie Oldenburg, one of my demo friends, she showed this card holder on a private event on Facebook that I hold for my customers. So if you're my customer, you would want to get into this group because this is where I got the idea. Now, she used a mask in the, I think, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. It's in the mini catalog, and it's all baseball themed. She's a big baseball fan. And she showed how to make that. Take a glue dot, and you're going to put that very close to the edge, and one on the other side. And this will let that gift card insert slide in and out. Put one here. Now I found that this one I made, and it can slide out. So I'm going to put a glue dot halfway down the center, so that's not going to happen. So for this one, I'll also put a glue dot really close to the edge, but about halfway down, and one on the other side. And that way that inside piece will not slide out. And then just fold that up, and there is our pocket. And I can use my liquid glue to adhere this fold down. Just give that a little press for it to hold. And then this piece is mounted right on top of our quarter sheet of Fresh Freesia. So I will have to be going out to Wawa and pick up my Easter gift cards. That's usually a tradition. So I'll be doing that next week. All right, and then that. And I'm using this frayed 3/4 inch ribbon, and this is the softest ribbon I think I've ever felt. I just love this ribbon. So I'm going to take my tear and tape, and I'll put 2 strips of this across that flap. Maybe I'll stick this in so you can see where I'm not going on the pocket. I'm leaving the pocket open, and these this will hold the ribbon. I'll take my pick tool and lift off these covers. I love this pick tool. You can, not only does it have this pointy edge, it also has a stylus. It has a little spatula, and just cover. I'm going to go a little bit longer so I can snip off trim the ends. There we go. Doesn't that look lovely? And I'll just flip that over and trim the other side off. There we go. It's the prettiest, softest ribbon. And then this piece, that's our little scrap that will go right across. And I'll use my liquid glue for that. So even though it has that little notch taken out of it, I think I did a die cut or something with this. And this little scrap works perfectly in here. And I'm going to center that. So, okay. And then finally this, our bunny friend, he's going to get glued down to the front. And that looks about centered. I'm just eyeballing this. You could always measure it. And then of course this score line gets folded up because it's going to hold the gift card. I have an extra gift card handy, just like that. Now Angie demonstrated it without tacking this fold down, because the card, when it goes in, it will hold it snugly. So you don't have to tack it down, but of course if you want to secure that gift card, you could also put a glue dot on either side close to the edge, and it becomes a little pocket where the gift card would be secured. But for today I'm not doing that. And then the last little piece on this is to add these brushed brass butterflies. It's like a mouthful. I feel like it's almost like a tongue twister to say it carefully. So I'm going to take one of these and put it up here, so it's just a little decoration on this side of the corner, and then I'll have one fluttering down from this, coming from this direction, and then the final one, down here. It's kind of fluttering by, wishing him a happy Easter. I want to go that way. There we go. All right, there's my brass. What is it? Brushed brass butterfly. Ooh, that's a mouthful. All right, so there you go. Very quick. And like I said, check out my blog. But I did want to tell you one more thing. This card was part of my stamp club. I have a monthly stamp club, and we did this one in March. So there's an opening in my stamp club. If you would like a spot, hit me up. You can, if you're local, fine. I'd love to have you join us. I'm back doing in-person events. But if you're at a distance, I'll mail you the kits. You use your own stamps and you put the kits together. But I give you all the ingredients. So this is the first card from our March club. And we did this fun fold with the braid Vikings. Aren't they cute? I just love those little Vikings. And we did a masculine card. This was with Wildlife Wonder, which I'm really happy to see in the new catalog. And that's a tease. Hang on, because I'm going to show you something. And then this was the other card that we did with In the Moment. And it also uses the Heart and Home DSP. So if you want to spot my stamp club, hit me up. I can give you all the details. I'd love to have you stamp with me. So here is the annual catalog, the new one. Now I can't show any more than this. I can just show you the cover because this is under wraps right now. But I'm super excited about it. I mean, look how beautiful these flowers are and those colors. You're going to love it. I love this catalog. And if you're in my stamp club, you get this catalog. And if anybody else wants a copy, hey, just hit me up. I'd be happy to share one with you. They should be in by the end of the month. And if you join my club, well, not only that, join my club, you'll get one. But if you join my team, you'll get a whole box of these catalogs for yourself and to share with your friends. So there you go. Lots of reasons why you might want to hit me up. So Easter card, I will be posting this on my blog shortly. If you're interested in a Easter card kit or class, I'll be holding class next week, or you can get the kit and make these up yourself. So there you go, lots of Easter inspiration. So remember, stamping is fun, and until next time, next Thursday, hit me back if I'm not on Thursday, because I got to get on this, because I want to share all my fancy projects with you guys. All right, take care. Bye.